AM 1460, the new WXBR. You are listening to the Metro South Morning Show, PM in the AM. Peter Czymbor here with you on this Wednesday morning. Joining me right now via the telephone is a rapper who reached prominence in the early 2000s as a member of D-12 with Eminem. He's got a number of projects on tap for 2014, including a new single and video called Pray For Me, which you can find respectively on iTunes and the video on YouTube. We welcome to the program Bizarre. Bizarre, good morning and welcome to the program.
Hey, good morning, man. Thanks for having me.
It was a running gag in D-12, particularly in the song My Band, that of all the members of the group, the only one who was recognizable was Eminem. But I have to say, in telling people that you were going to be on the program this week, everyone seems to know who you are. You have such a distinctive look and vocal style. I have to imagine that the truth behind that joke didn't apply to you as much as it did other members of the group.
No, it didn't apply to me. You know, I guess it's hard to miss a guy with a big stomach with tattoos on it and a shower cap on his head. So.
How did the shower cap become kind of your trademark? Like Flavor Flav has the clock around his neck. You're the big-bellied guy in D-12, or is the shower cap? How did the shower cap become a part of your wardrobe?
That's a good story. One day we was doing our first show for the Lyricist Lounge tour, and our manager was banging on our door. It's like, hey, everybody that's meeting in the lobby. And I was just in the mirror about to open the door and go out, and I was just looking in the mirror at myself, and I was like, man, what could I do different from everybody else? I'm about to get on stage with these 5 or 6 guys, and it was like this little cheap shower cap that was in the bathroom. And I put it on my head, actually as a joke, to make everybody laugh. And I came outside with a shower cap on, and then everybody started laughing. Mark LaBelle, one of Eminem's managers, was like, "Man, that's hot, man. You need to keep doing that." So after that, they kind of just never let me go on stage without a shower cap.
And you actually have a number of shower caps now to match your outfits, depending on what you're wearing on stage that night, right?
Yeah, I got over 5,000 shower caps.
You have over 5,000 shower caps? Where do you buy these shower caps?
Different stylists give them to me. Fans make them, send them in. Or, I buy a lot of them on the road, too.
Well, once again, we're chatting with Bizarre, rapper here on AM 1460, the new WXBR. You've got a few solo albums out since D-12 and a number of mixtapes. Your latest single is called Pray For Me, which is a departure from a lot of your previous work in terms of lyrical content, as it's not an attempt to be sarcastic or comedic, but it's a portrait of you struggling with drug addiction and specifically prescription pills. Tell us exactly what inspired this new single.
Oh, man, it was just a real life experience, man. The song is called Pray For Me, man. Just let everybody know it's a real thing, man. It can start off as a small thing, just popping 2 or 3 pills a day, or you might pop them for a backache or just to have fun, and then after a while, you look around and you're addicted to the drug, or you need it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not as easy as people think it is to just leave it alone and get off of it. So it's just a real life experience that I just kind of wanted to share with people. You know what I'm saying? Because I know everybody think Bizarre is always the funny guy, but
And I mentioned that it's a departure in terms of lyrical stylings, that you're not going for humor. You're actually touching upon a serious topic, but it's a complete 180 from a lot of the early D-12 material that people heard. The first single that I think a lot of people heard you release with D-12 was called Purple Pills, which was obviously about, exactly what the title says.
Yeah, I think that's where it started.
Do you think that's where your problem started? Or do you think you already had the problem before you had that song?
No, that's where the problem started, the Purple Pills.
So that's where the problem started, when you released the song sort of glorifying purple pills. How often would you find yourself abusing prescription drugs over time, touring with D-12, and even when you weren't on the road?
Over a matter of 10 years, you know what I'm saying, just being on the road and just, touring and trying to stay awake, or having fun, you know what I'm saying? You know, of course, over, I say 10 years.
Now, where are you at this point in time with your battle with drug addiction, prescription pills? Is it still something that you delve into from time to time, or are you trying to go cold turkey and not do it at all?
Oh, man, I try to stay away from it, man, because, I still smoke weed, you know what I'm saying? But, the pills, it's a lot of other problems that, you don't understand, side effects, kidney, your liver gives up after a while. So, knowing them things, I try to, stay away from it. But, it's just something, that I wanted to reach out to other people. So I really didn't know how much impact the song was going to have. So many people inboxing me, emailing me, telling me how much, this song helped them and dealing with their, addiction and things that they going through. So I didn't really know how powerful this song was going to be.
If you quit smoking weed, you'd have to get that tattoo removed on your face of a marijuana leaf.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do that anyway because I'm gonna have to start doing movies. So I don't want to be the guy in the makeup room all day. Have to cover that up all the time.
Yeah, I have to imagine
50 Cent. He had all his tattoos.
I have to imagine having any sort of facial tattoos could limit your roles if you want to get into movies.
Yeah. And I had no idea that that it would do that, but I guess we make mistakes.
How expensive is it going to be to eliminate these tattoos, specifically the facial tattoos?
Well, it's probably not going to be that expensive. Probably a couple $1,000. Laser surgery.
So you'll be able to handle it, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm hoping. Like I said, 50 Cent got his whole body removed.
That must have been quite costly because he had sleeves and whatnot at one point, didn't he?
Yeah,
almost?
He said it was the most pain he ever felt in his life. So.
Well, once again, we're chatting with Bizarre here on AM 1460, the new WXBR. In the song, Pray For Me, you actually mentioned Eminem by name. You mentioned his real name, Marshall. What is your relationship with Eminem circa 2014? And he's also a guy that suffered from drug addiction and was able to overcome it. What correlations is there between you and M, both from a personal standpoint in relation to friendship and what you've gone through in relation to your struggles with drug addiction?
Oh, no, that's still a homeboy, man. I saw him in the studio a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? But, Marshall is 100% sober. You know what I'm saying? He really believes in it. He takes it very, very, very serious. And that's why I made that reference in the song. Marshall quit. Why can't I? You know what I'm saying? 2 weeks, I'm gonna give it a try. Basically, was saying, he's my motivation. You know what I'm saying? To see where he was at with it, and for him to make a change with his life and do something different. It's an inspiration towards me.
Now, you mentioned you saw Eminem in the studio a few weeks ago. There was a video that you released on your official website recently talking about a lot of projects you have coming up during the calendar year, and you identified yourself as being from D-12. Are you still a member of the group D-12? Is the group still together? And if so, will they be recording anything together anytime soon and releasing something?
Yeah, the group is still together, D-12 is just like always going to be attached to my name. I'm a founding member of D-12, so it's not a game. It's something that's a life commitment, and we are definitely in the process of talking about recording a new album, getting the guys all together. But Kanira is doing a solo project. Swinty is doing something, but it's coming soon. So it'll definitely be a new D-12 album coming.
Do you think they'll be coming in 2014, or what do you think the timetable is for that?
Yeah.
So there'll be a new D-12 album in 2014.
Yeah.
We're chatting with Bizarre here on WXBR. When D-12 released their two big albums in the early 2000s, 2001 and 2004, it was interesting because you guys could play a wide variety of arenas. You guys did everything from the small clubs to the mid-sized theaters to the big arenas and festivals. What is your preference in terms of venue size when performing?
To me, I like smaller venues. It's more intimate. You know what I'm saying? You could make the crowd feel it more. When I'm in front of a big crowd, sometimes I just feel numb, like I'm not really looking at anybody in particular. I'm just numb. So I like the small, more intimate crowds. But of course, dealing with Marshall Mathers, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of big arenas involved.
What was the biggest stage that D-12 ever performed in front of, and what was the most people you ever performed in front of where you're like, this is weird, there's too many people here?
I'm not for sure. I know it was Dublin, Ireland. And I don't want to quote how many people but it was a big amount. I want to say about 100,000, but I know Dublin, Ireland is, one of our biggest markets.
You wouldn't think that Dublin, Ireland would be a big market for a hip-hop act, but you're telling me that Dublin, Ireland, a big D-12 fan base?
They are a huge D-12 fan base.
What's the strangest place that you've ever been to where you wouldn't have thought that hip-hop would have been a big part of the culture, but it was? Maybe it's Dublin, Ireland.
Yeah, Dublin, Ireland is definitely, it's kind of weird because they're right in the UK, but it's like, they don't really have the swag of a Germany or London, but they do like the party. So I think that's what they have in common with us.
Would you find yourself at the Irish pubs drinking Guinness with the locals afterwards? I want to know what a night in the town was like with Bizarre D-12 in Dublin, Ireland.
Well, I'm scared of Ireland. I try to stay away. When I seen that they were serving beer at McDonald's, and I've seen it all. But those guys out there are warriors, man. They'll go to the bar, they'll fight each other, beat each other up, and be free the next day. That's the life of a guy in Ireland. So.
Well, once again, we're chatting with Bizarre here on WXBR. You mentioned earlier that you're going to get some of your facial tattoos removed as you're looking to get into movies. What movie projects could perhaps be forthcoming for you? Anything solidified, or is it just stuff in the works?
Just reading. I didn't know how serious, this acting thing was. So, a lot of people, I'd have read for a couple of scripts. I just read for Mark Wahlberg movie, and Adam Sandler has shown interest in me being in a couple of movies. I just didn't know how serious the acting thing is. So, I think I'm not 100% ready yet. I think I need to take a couple more classes before I get 100%.
And you were actually in The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler years back, weren't you?
Yeah.
So you have a relationship with him and his production company to begin with?
Yeah. Jack, he's a big fan of mine, and he actually the one that reached out. Actually wanted me to do more in that movie, but my touring schedule didn't permit me to do as much as I wanted to in a row. So, I just want to see where that goes there. But I have to take it. I think I got to take it serious. It's not something you could play with at all.
Now, outside of the single "Pray for Me" and perhaps some acting ventures, what else do you think is in the works for you in 2014? What can we expect from Bizarre? We working on Bizarre's World reality show, and that's coming soon. Where would that be? Where's Bizarre's World reality program going to be featured?
It's a reality show that we're developing, and it's about people sending in bizarre footage on YouTube to me that I think that they think that I would think is crazy or whatever, and that's basically the concept of the reality show that we're developing. So that's coming soon.
You ventured into reality TV programming before on VH1 Celebrity Fit Club. Did you like that experience, or you liked it enough to further your exploration of reality TV, I assume. What have been your experiences in that medium?
Well, at first I didn't really like it. Then I didn't even really do the show, Larry Fit Club. But, actually, I got talked to it. I actually did. They gave me a whole new audience. I got older people that don't even know me as Bizarre the rapper. They know me as Bizarre the guy that was on Celebrity Fit Club. So.
Well, the single is "Pray for Me." It's available on iTunes, and the video is available on YouTube. That's the lead single off your album. When can we expect your album, and what will it be called?
It's called 11, and it's late April. Check it out. It'll be on iTunes. And, yeah, man, but this support, man.
We'll be looking forward to it. That's Bizarre from D-12 joining us here on WXBR. Before I let you go, any final words for our listeners?
Oh, man. Just peace, love, and happiness 2014, man. Shout out to all the D-12 fans and the Eminem fans, and I'll try to make y'all guys proud this year.
That's Bizarre joining us here on WXBR. We'll step aside for a quick break. Mike Pava is going to fill you in with what's happening. Stick with us.